InvestorIdeas.com podcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast, looking at cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insights from thought leaders and experts. Today we look at announcements from Village Farms International trading on the TSX and the NASDAQ as VFF, the Green Organic Dutchman Holdings Limited trading on the TSX as TGOD and the OTC as TGODF, Valens Growworks Corporation trading on the CSE as VGW and the OTC as VGWCF, Aurora Cannabis Incorporated trading on the New York Stock Exchange and the TSX as ACB, and the Supreme Cannabis Company Incorporated trading on the TSX as FIRE and the OTCQX as SPRWF. So first looking at Village Farms International, who today announced its 50% owned joint venture for large-scale, low-cost, high-quality cannabis production, Pure Sunfarms, received from Health Canada the 7th Amendment to the cultivation licenses for its 1.1 million square foot greenhouse in Delta, BC. This amendment permits Pure Sunfarms to expand its cannabis production area by approximately 206,000 square feet to a total of approximately 1.03 million square feet, or 16 grow rooms. With this amendment, the entire growing area of Pure Sunfarms greenhouse is now licensed for cultivation. The newly licensed area is expected to be planted by the end of March 2019. Village Farms also announced that Pure Sunfarms has, as planned, commenced replanting of Quadrant 1 of its greenhouse following the planned suspension of production last autumn to install the infrastructure for supplemental lighting to maximize yields in the winter months. The company expects Quadrant 1 to be fully planted by the end of April, at which time Pure Sunfarms will be production of the entire 1.03 million square feet of growing area at its facility, making it one of the largest fully operational cannabis production facilities in the world. Pure Sunfarms continues to expect to achieve a full run rate annual production for its 1.1 million square foot greenhouse of 75,000 kilograms by mid-2019. It's a monumental achievement for Pure Sunfarms to complete its cultivation license of more than 1 million square feet and very shortly be in full commercial production, just over a year from receiving initial approval from Health Canada to begin growing, said Michael DeGiglio, Chief Executive Officer of Village Farms. Pure Sunfarms has rapidly become one of the largest cannabis operations in Canada and is establishing itself as a reliable, large-scale supplier of quality, safe cannabis products to the Canadian market, which continues to be challenged by a shortage of supply. With thousands of kilograms harvested, the Pure Sunfarms facility continues to perform well, with yield and quality of the product continuing to meet or exceed our expectations, and team continues to execute our plan. Next, we look at the Green Organic Dutchman Holdings Limited, who announced that it's entered into a multi-year extraction service contract with Valens Growworks Corporation. Valens is a licensed provider of cannabis products and services, specializing in various proprietary extraction, distillation, cannabinoid isolation, and purification techniques. Partnering with Valens will accelerate TGOD's Canadian hemp strategy and allow for early market entry of TGOD's organic hemp-derived CBD product lines with the coming months. Under the terms of the initial 2-year agreement, Valens will process, extract, and purify TGOD's cannabis and hemp biomass under the conditions specified by TGOD as demanded by the final product manufacturing and formulation requirements. TGOD will supply Valens with significant quantities of cannabis and hemp, and Valens will provide extraction purification services, processing the cannabis and hemp into premium quality resins and distillates. TGOD intends to use the concentrated cannabinoid resins and distillates to produce oils, sprays, and capsules, as well as oils for vaporization and future edible, beverage, and topical products. TGOD has been working closely with Valens to help expedite the pathway to organic certification for Valens organic processing methodologies. Upon certification, TGOD will have exclusive access to services provided by Valens for certified organic extraction processing for a period of 1 year. The demand for non-intoxicating hemp-derived CBD products has been strong and supported through significant patient and consumer research. Being first to market in Canada with organically certified hemp-derived CBD products allows TGOD to capture organic CBD market share, securing future growth in its newly legalized cannabinoid vertical. The ability to partner with skilled and specialized extraction operators such as Valens will add significant bench strength to TGOD's already robust extraction capabilities in Canada, Poland, and Jamaica. We believe the importance of high-quality cannabis oils will continue to greatly increase as patients and consumers look for safer and healthier delivery methods. Next, we look at Aurora Cannabis Incorporated, who today announced its commenced sales of cannabis oils to German pharmacies, following receipt of all the necessary approvals from the Canadian and German regulatory authorities. Padanios 5:1 drops have become the first extract-derived oil product compliant with the German monograph for in-pharmacy preparation. Aurora is the medical cannabis market leader in Germany. The company has supplied the German market with dried cannabis flower via Aurora Dutchman, formerly Pedanios, since December 2015, and with Canadian-grown Aurora products since September of 2017. Aurora has established a strong brand as a trusted supplier among prescribing physicians, dispensing pharmacies, and German patients. As one of the few companies able to sell oils in this rapidly growing market, Aurora is well positioned to establish brand leadership in the European derivatives market. Having established an early mover advantage in selling cannabis oils in Germany, we're exceptionally positioned to extend our market leadership and accelerate growth of our European operations, said Neil Balot, Chief Global Business Development Officer. As our global production capacity continues to ramp up, we're able to strategically allocate more product from our EU GMP certified cultivation facilities to this higher margin market that continues to be significantly undersupplied. Lastly, we look at the Supreme Cannabis Company Incorporated, who today announced that the company has signed a letter of intent with Malta Enterprises, the economic development agency of Malta. This letter of intent is the first step of Supreme Cannabis' application for a cannabis production license in Malta. Such a license would allow the company to produce and process cannabis for medical use within Malta, one of Europe's principal commercial entry points, and to export cannabis for medical use to certain international markets. If approved, Supreme Cannabis intends to produce products containing EU GMP quality cannabis oil and pursue regulated medical cannabis distribution opportunities in the EU. We're pleased to announce that we've secured a letter of intent with the Malta Enterprises, taking another step forward in our global growth strategy. Malta is not only a strategic hub for Europe, it's also home to robust existing pharmaceutical and nutraceutical manufacturing industries with a deep pool of expertise, said Navdeep Dhaliwal, CEO of the Supreme Cannabis Company. Using the intellectual property and expertise we've gained in Canada, we intend to deliver high-quality cannabis products to medical patients in multiple international markets. That's all for today's podcast. Podcast is now a certified word trademark on the blockchain through Cognate Incorporated CM certification. InvestorIdeas.com podcasts are also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and TuneIn. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded that all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment. Investor Ideas does not condone the use of cannabis except where permissible by law. Our site does not possess, distribute, or sell cannabis products.